Hedera Hashgraph is a mid-positioned coin with the ticker HBAR that has a current worth of $0.060849 and a market capitalization of $2.042253,930 which for the most part is very critical. Digital currencies generally have long past a purpose in being a toy for tech nerds, opportunists, and obscure sellers, or so they certainly thought. These days, it's a resource class that is significantly directed and, surprisingly, embraced as lawful delicate in an unobtrusive way. Some sort of huge venture banks even for the most part procure Hedera Hashgraph and by and large other digital currencies as a group to safeguard their resources under administration, against the dashing expansion that handicaps the conventional monetary business sectors in a genuinely enormous manner. Presently, now is the ideal time to truly uncover our short, mid, and long-haul expectation of the improvements on the HBAR market that basically depend on the readings of our genuinely remarkable crypto unpredictability file that in every practical sense assists us with checking the market opinion and by and large expect where in which the market means to go in a sort of significant manner for the most part. At this point, the cost of Hedera Hashgraph especially is $0.060849, while the coin as of now basically ends up at 33rd spot in the especially by and large kind of positioning, in a for the most part huge manner. The said positioning basically is assessed based on the resource's current value, that basically is increased by its ongoing business sector capitalization, a recipe that truly is applied all through every single monetary market, which basically is very huge. Our administration continually screens any progressions in these three regions, so our clients truly get the most pertinent information in regards to the presentation of computerized assets in their portfolios, which generally is very huge. It's likewise vital to generally consider the verifiable information that permits framing a legitimate comprehension of the market structure and its heading. On November 17, the cost of Hedera Hashgraph for the most part was at $0.060809 toward the finish of the exchanging time frame, during which the cost change explicitly added up to 3.75%. 7 days prior, on November 11, HBAR in every practical sense was esteemed at $0.062830, which in a real sense truly intends that from that point forward, the cost generally has varied by 0%, which really is very critical. A month prior, on October 18, the market member laid out the cost of Hedera Hashgraph at $0.047475. Consequently, the coin for the most part has taken a 28.17% action to arrive at its especially present standings, or so they especially thought. In any case, as currently made sense of, the cost of Hedera Hashgraph isn't the main by and large factor that we in every way that really matters consider while making the cost expectation in an unpretentious manner. It's likewise vital to explicitly watch out for changes in the market capitalization of the computerized resource under survey to have a sort of clear perspective on where the market is going, extremely as opposed to mainstream thinking. The examination of market capitalization conveys commonly equivalent significance in both digital currency and conventional business sectors, which truly is genuinely critical. As a matter of fact, a similar numerical methodology explicitly is utilized to in every practical sense decide the by and large generally position and fame of computerized resources and stocks, for example in a significant way. Changes in market capitalization quite certain or in every practical sense, negative are likewise demonstrative of the manner by which the said market could by and large be going, as well as the resource's extremely potential for making gains or posting misfortunes in both short and kind of long-haul points of view, or so they fundamentally thought. This extremely specific genuinely metric explicitly is likewise used to check the strength of Hedera Hashgraph, comparable to the remainder of the digital money market, the progressions in which could likewise offer clues at its future presentation. To decide the very current market capitalization of HBAR, we most certainly duplicate the circling supply, the boundary that will be basically made sense of later by the especially present worth of the cryptographic money under survey amazingly. Starting today, the market capitalization of Hedera Hashgraph generally remains at $2.042253,930, which shapes the reason for essentially present really positioning in a real sense was referenced before, genuinely in opposition to prevalent thinking. Yesterday, on November 17, HBAR for the most part had a market capitalization of $2.04089307, in every practical sense, in opposition to prevalent thinking. Keep going week on November 11, The market capitalization of the coin being referred to for the most part was recorded at $2,107,789,733, which really is very critical. A month prior, on October 18, the market worth of Hedera Hashgraph by and large was surveyed to be $1,591,901,724 in a significant manner. All-out supply considers the quantity of coins that for the most part have proactively been created by different means, for example, through mining in a significant way. These digital currencies can be utilized either for dynamic exchanging or put away in financial backers' wallets or with caretakers, exceptionally as opposed to prevalent thinking. This kind of measurement likewise figures the coins that generally have been deliberately gotten rid of through the cycle called consuming, which explicitly is applied to control the expansion rate in a very huge manner. At this point, the exceptionally complete stockpile of Hedera Hashgraph is laid out at 50,000,000,000,000 Hbar in an especially significant manner. Ultimately, the flowing stockpile essentially is utilized to really work out the market capitalization and by and large survey the coins especially current remaining in the positions, which for the most part is genuinely critical. It signifies the by and large generally speaking measure of Hbar that for the most part is by and by exchanged across all trades, barring the coins that in a real sense are marked, locked, frozen, or briefly certainly put unavailable for general use for reasons unknown, in spite of mainstream thinking. It's by and large accepted that digital currencies that have a circling supply between 60 million and 150 million really are the most appropriate for pretty long-haul speculation, since they are probably going to see the value in esteem over a drawn-out timeframe, potentially many years, while keeping a sensible expansion rate, or so they especially thought. At this point, Hedera Hashgraph in every practical sense has a circling supply of 33,562,400,522 coins, which especially is very critical. Over the in every practical sense, recent hours, the exchanging volume related with Hbar arrived at the place of $101,874,774, in opposition to prevalent thinking. Yesterday, on November 17, the normal weighted exchanging volume recorded toward the finish of the exchanging time frame especially remained at $84,560,937, which in every way that really matters is very huge. 7 days prior, on November 11, how much Hbar that was traded between market members really was assessed at $77,400,128, which generally is genuinely critical. Presently especially comes an opportunity to really make sense of exhaustively the pith of the crypto instability file, CVIX, since it's a focal point of our cost forecast model that permits us to predict the way that Hedera Hashgraph will follow over the especially next 1 to 5 years, truly in spite of prevalent thinking. CVIX is the consequence of the careful work of our group of market specialists and programming engineers that surfaced with a novel recipe for checking and pick